Now get ready for Watching Weird, your ultimate destination for mind-bending movie reviews and recommendations. From hidden gems to cult classics, we explore it all. Hosted by storytellers and cinephiles Alan Gamboa, Scott Baker, Rich Restucci, and Hadley Thorne, with a special shout-out to Landis Aldana and Alan Lasseter for their incredible support that help us keep the lights on at Weird. Now grab your Coke, popcorn, and tinfoil hat, and let's get weird.
Hey,
Let's get
Hello,
weird.
everyone.
how are you?
Good
today,
evening,
boy?
everybody.
Good evening. I gotta figure out how to get the
It's
chat up.
Thursday. It's Wednesday. I keep thinking, I still get the days mixed up, and I bet
Me
there's a
too.
bunch of people that still get the days mixed up.
Me too,
you know?
and I don't know. I don't know how I just do that every time. Oh, there.
Oh, me too. I'll write it, and someone will say, "You mean you guys switched?" And it's like, "Oh crap, no, we didn't switch yet."
Right.
Good.
How's everybody's week
See
been?
that- You had your scientist costume on.
I did.
Oh,
Rich did. He had his scientist costume on. See those glasses pop up there?
Oh yeah, that was because I can't see the small print on my computer. These are my scientist glasses.
I always tell Tina, I got to take here. Let me take my glasses off so I can read this.
Yeah,
Sucks getting
I
older.
hit about 45, and everything was like, yeah, I'm too small for you now. You need to focus more. And when I hit 50, everything was like, you're not allowed.
hey, dog.
Yeah, I get that. Hey, Doc.
Yeah. It's been a minute since
So-
I've been able to see.
Yeah, it sucks. You gotta have glasses to look at your computer, glasses to read, glasses to drive.
I need the glasses to read. I didn't used to, but now I need them to read the cell phone. But if there's a big enough light, like if I got a lot of light, I can still read a book. But long distance, I'm fine.
Same, more or less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Short
I have
distance,
no
I'm
problem
fine.
with street signs and stuff like that, but I can't read anything without the cheaters. And I recently went to the optometrist for the first time ever. 56 years old, first time I ever went to the optometrist. And he's like, "Are the cheaters working?" Hi, Linda. And I was like, "Yeah, they work pretty good." And he's like, "Let's just do a couple tests." And he said, "Your eyes aren't bad. You don't have any macular degeneration, and you don't have any eye gout, and you don't have any of the bad stuff, no glaucoma or anything."
Right.
He said, "It's just age, and there's not a lot we can do about it." So he prescribed me some computer glasses, and that was it. And I just used the cheaters and the computer glasses. Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan. Hope you're feeling better,
Dan.
Dan.
Amanda.
Dan, you sick, buddy? What's the matter with you?
We were supposed to
Was he
do.
under-
We were supposed to do battle tested history Monday, but he wasn't feeling good.
Oh,
And then I just got so wrapped up in so many things, I forgot to check with him on yesterday. Sorry, Dan.
Hey, this is scientist man.
Yeah.
Can you? Oh, you can't see this, can you? It's Mountain Dew Baja. You ever
Oh, yeah, I'm
drink
a
that?
big fan. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Yeah, when I go
Yeah.
to Taco Bell, I fill it like half or 2/3 of the way with Baja, and then top it off with the regular Mountain Dew in my cup. That's like it's like this big. It's huge.
Where do you go? When you go to where?
Taco Bell. It's called, when I make a run for the border, it's called Taco Bell. They have tacos and they have bells. It's great.
And then after you eat a Taco
was-
Bell, you got to make a run for the bathroom.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's
Well,
like
they took away
number.
my quesarito, so sons of bitches.
It's
There
like
you go.
number 4 or 5 of worst fast food restaurants. I just saw
Oh my
a poll
god,
the
it's
other
terrible.
day.
And I love it.
Really?
Oh, it's disgusting, and I love every single bite. Like,
I-
this is so bad for
Me
you.
too.
I love it.
Occasionally, I usually
too.
hit Chipotle, but occasionally, if I want something fast and cheap, other than girls, I go to Taco Bell. I love the nacho cheese. Oh,
That it's its own
I love
food.
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
But I got to get everything without onions because I hate onions. It's the texture of onions that I hate. So I don't eat onions. Just the texture gets me.
I loves me some onions, raw, cooked, caramelized. Love them all.
Well, you probably drink mustard too, huh?
Nah, mustard. I'll put mustard on stuff, but it's not my Favorite condiment? I don't know. I get blue cheese dressing would be my favorite condiment, but mustard's up there.
See, I love Chipotle because they got that hot sauce that they just pour on.
I agree. You know what I don't like?
What?
Coffee. I've never had a cup of coffee.
Really?
Yep. Yeah,
Vampire,
I
you're a
know that a lot.
vampire. I don't drink. I don't drink. That's what he says. I don't drink coffee.
Well, I quit drinking alcohol too back in February,
Good.
and I'm having like 2 or 3 beers on a Friday night now. That's it. I'm trying to get rid of this thing. Of course, when I stopped drinking, I upped my eating game. So I consume about 58,000 calories per sitting right now. So yeah, that's pretty good. I should be dead by tomorrow.
Now I've got to have at least 2 iced coffees a day.
Yeah.
Oh, I
I've never
drink.
had
I
one.
still drink a pot. I still drink a pot of flavored coffee. Like Black Rifle or Blackout or something like that. But yeah, I'm a coffee nut still. No wonder why I can't sleep at night.
Oh, I
Man.
fall asleep at night while I got a nice coffee on my nightstand. So, of course, that's also because I got a big tumbler of whiskey beside me.
Oh, there you go. That'll help. That will help. No, I love Taco Bell. I do. It's man, but I'd be weighing more than I do now if I continued that way.
See, therein lies the problem, buddy.
Yeah, that's the rub right there. It's alcohol or food with me. Alcohol or food with me, and I love food. So
Where do you live, Dan? That when you say it's Tex-Mex here, so I live in Massachusetts, and we've got some fantastic Mexican restaurants. Believe it or not, the best Mexican food I had was not in Mexico. It was in Denver, actually. So I was in this Mexican restaurant. It was fantastic.
you can't here in Northern Nevada, you can get good Mexican food, but you can't get great Mexican food,
Yeah.
which is funny because we've got a ton of Hispanics here, you know, and it's just I got some better Mexican food in Crescent City, California, Northern California, than I've ever gotten here.
Yeah.
My kids love all Mexican stuff, and they're more Mexican gourmets than I am, Mexican food gourmets than I am too. So they don't like the food here, but it's weird.
Yeah. We got a place. It's in the next town. It's right down the street from my work, actually. It's Plaza Azteca, and it's fantastic. It's actually really good. Enchiladas Supremas. That's you get these 3 enchiladas. They're all this big. It's like a 2,000 calorie per enchilada. It's fantastic. I can just feel my arteries saying no. It's great.
You love a place that gives you a burrito that's this big.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's hard. I mean,
Give me the John Holmes burrito.
Exactly. Yeah, me and Johnny are on the spot with the burritos, bro.
Yeah.
Don't take
Stuffed
that
with meat.
Yes.
Scotter, what's yours? Mine's a beef bean burrito cheeseburger. That's my favorite.
Chicken with brown rice, pinto beans, guacamole, sour cream cheese, and a lot of hot sauce. Hi, Alan.
Anything with hot sauce.
Hey, Alan. I don't like guacamole.
Really?
I don't like. Yeah, and my son makes a great guacamole, and I don't eat it. I just don't like guacamole.
Is
It's
it
a personal
avocado
thing,
or
though.
guacamole?
Avocado. I'm not an avocado eater.
Yeah.
I'm not. Nah. Everybody else does, but not me. Lana said the best cheeseburger she ever had was in Mexico. The best cheeseburger I had once was in a Chinese restaurant. So you never know.
Really?
Never know.
All right.
And Clark, oh yeah, I
Hey,
bet
Clark.
you're on the North Coast, Clark. I'm a weird food eater. I mean, not that I don't eat it. You can tell I do eat food, but I'm a plain food eater.
Yeah,
What
you're not
I
a sauce
love,
guy?
they don't have up here in New Hampshire, Korean.
Yeah. Korean's
Wow.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Korean barbecue place right down. I'm 2 towns north of Plymouth, 3 towns north of Plymouth, and there's a great Korean barbecue place in Plymouth. It's fantastic. Alan, I got to tell you, your background is such that when you lean forward just a little more, lean forward just a little more. Just no forward, not back. Yeah, no,
Oh,
it's not. You were getting the Hitler mustache. It was all black.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was great. It's because of your
uh,
background.
I better not make any arm gestures.
Yeah, I know, right?
We might get in trouble.
Yeah, I
I
know.
was waving, really. Uh,
Oh,
we've got our food blog going on right now. Everybody here loves avocados, right? And guacamole.
Yeah, I
And
like it. Yeah.
Guacamole. I'm not an avocado fan, but
would you hollow one out? No, never mind. Um, I guess we better get to our movies, huh?
I think we should.
yeah.
I'm hungry.
Apple pie.
I'm hungry, and I just ate now. Talking about, I love Mexican food. Well, my
I
version.
have
of
a
Mexican
I have a thing of guacamole now in the fridge. That's what I'm having for my midnight snack.
food. And some chips. You got chips to go with that?
I got guacamole flavored chips.
Oh,
Spicy
Dang.
guacamole.
Guacamole.
those are good.
Yeah.
I can't find them in Walmart. I can get them in Safe. Do you guys have Safeway over there where
No.
you live?
No,
Okay,
I do.
so I guess it's
I do not.
probably a northern Nevada, California. Probably Washington State probably has them. But they carry them, but the Walmarts here don't carry those guacamole chips, and I love those.
Is it a super Walmart or a regular?
But soup, they're all super here.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you
No.
don't like avocado, but I mean you don't like guacamole, but you like guacamole chips.
Yes. Figure that out. Well, it's pretty. It's artificial.
it's Alan. So
It's. I'm a weird eater, man. I eat. I used to eat. I've grown a little bit because I don't put ketchup on stuff. I don't put my mustard on stuff. I can deal with mayonnaise, like mixed with my tuna. I can't have mayonnaise like on a sandwich and stuff.
See,
So meat, cheese, and lettuce. No
I used to be
tomatoes.
real bad with mayonnaise. I couldn't have it on anything. And then there was this kid that I used to work with, and his mom would make him bologna sandwiches with mayo and cheese, and he wouldn't eat them, and he'd give it to me. And so I was like 25 when that happened, and I was like, yeah, mayonnaise isn't that bad. So I started putting it on my sandwiches. I mix it with a little mustard. The only thing I put mustard on is like a ham and cheese sandwich or a hot dog. But ketchup, nothing. I don't put ketchup on it.
I don't use ketchup anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Alan and Alien are only one letter off.
that's true.
Just cut a little of that second L off, and you got Alien.
Okay.
I've got the palate of a 7-year-old, basically.
Well, boys, should we get going?
Sure.
Yeah, let's get going. Everybody's probably going in their kitchen grabbing a snack right now.
No.
You know?
You want to lead us into
Oh,
battle,
you want-
young fella?
What'd you say, Rich?
I said, do you want to lead us into battle?
I will lead us into battle as long as you guys do the fighting.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Okay, Final Destination. Bloodlines 2025. It's a new movie. It's the final movie in the Final Destination series, and this one doesn't disappoint. It really doesn't. It starts in the 60s it looks like the what's it called? The needle there in Washington State.
Space
It's
Needle.
big old Space Needle, big old tower. They're having its grand opening. A young couple goes up to it, and lo and behold, there's tragedy. The whole thing collapses, and the deaths are outstanding in this. In fact, there's this kid that kind of starts everything with this penny of his, and his death is. I'm going to give this away. His death is great. His death is great because you're like that little shit, and then bam, Final Destination gets him. That's awesome. But the female character in this, she's pregnant. She got proposed to by her boyfriend, and the tower collapses. And she dies, but she doesn't die. just like in all Final Destination movies, she avoids this. It's a premonition. She avoids it, skips over death, and she's been living her life in a I see this part never makes sense to me. You know, she's been living her life in a fortified cabin where death escapes her. Hasn't got her yet. Her life's been extended out. And so her bloodline, her family, her daughter and her son were taken away from her when they were young, and then they live their lives. One lives in fear of this, the mother, the girl, because they're twins. Or there was a boy and a girl that she had, and the girl lives her life kind of in fear. Moves out of, she has a family and everything, and she ends up leaving her family because she can't deal with what's going on. And so it deals with her daughter and the mother's daughter and her son, and how they try to avoid. I'll let you guys, if you guys want to talk about the deaths and stuff, I'll let you guys give that up. So they're trying to figure out how to avoid this. You know, of course, no one believes them at first, and then there's some horrific but humorous deaths in this, and then they start to go, okay. And the thing is with this show is you like almost all the characters. You know, they do real good at making you like the characters. You don't want them to die, of course. They do. You know, that's the way it is. It's 10 Little Indians. And Tony Todd shows up in this, his last film appearance, I believe.
Yes.
Replaying his character in the morgue. And it's kind of sad because you know he's dying. And he looks, yeah. And it's nice to see him show up though. And the ending of this is just okay. You're just like, okay. I like this movie. It was a lot of fun. I think I checked out like in number 4 of this series because it just kind of got, you know, repetitious, but this one kind of to me it kind of refreshed it. And like I said, the deaths in this are great and outrageous. It's just Rube Goldberg style of deaths. You know, you're in misdirection. You're looking here and it comes from there. You know, or you're looking there and it comes from over there. You know, it's just to me it was great. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this one. I didn't think I was gonna, but I did. I really enjoyed it. And if you guys want to continue with this, because I know you guys are probably more fans of the Final Destination series than I am.
I love this movie. I think it's the second one is still the best. I think this one is the second best to it. What the hell?
Go away.
What I liked about this was, and I'm not giving away too much, is it's the same thing. They go 1960s. She goes here. She sees everything that's going wrong. The kid with the penny screws it all up. So when her death is over and she comes back, she warns everybody what's going on, and she stops the kid from using the penny to destroy everything. So the twist to this is death. Now, all of these people are alive, and all of these people have children that shouldn't have. So death is trying to get caught up, and it finally catches up to her and her family later in the movie. It was good. I think they took the theme, and like you said, Alan, they were getting stupid. I did love the 5th one on the bridge. I'm scared of heights. I hate bridges. So the bridge one and then this one where you're looking through the glass hundreds of feet down to the ground, it was great. They put a nice little twist on it, spiced it up a little bit. And what Alan said was right, because these were like so many things are going to kill this person. And, you know, it's like, okay, which one's going to get it? And then boom, surprise, you get a weird death.
Yeah.
I felt bad because Tony Todd, last movie, I loved him. He's great, but he looked so sick in this one. But he wanted to push through and do it. for the final movie. Yeah, this one I was pleasantly surprised at. I thought it was going to be okay. It was much better than I anticipated.
Yeah, I agree.
So I saw the first one. Everybody raved about it, the first Final Destination. I watched it. I thought it was good. It was okay. And I saw the second one, and I was like, okay, it was better than the first one, but still, it is what it is. A lot of people absolutely love this. These are some of people's favorite movies, favorite horror movies in the genre, and they love these. And to me, this is another one of those. It's like all of the slasher movies. Let's just find a new and inventive way to kill somebody. But this one had a pretty good plot, and I liked the plot here. I thought it was done quite well. The thing with the penny at the beginning, absolutely fantastic, and of course you saw the penny at the end too. It was great. What I didn't see coming, and I won't wreck it for anybody who hasn't seen it, but you should definitely go see it. I mean, you should definitely see this film. Hey, Max.
That's
I didn't see what happened at the end coming. I thought I had heard about it during, and I was like, hey, that didn't happen. And then I was like, wait a moment. And it did. So I think one of the things, like you, Alan, one of the things that really bugged me about this is like, you can't hide from death. You just, what are you talking about? So this woman's been living alone in this house for what, like 30, 25 years or something? 30 years, 40 years? And she gets her pizzas delivered and blah, blah, blah. I mean, come on. You can't. And everything outside is all sharp and pointy and like, I'm going to chase death away and keep him out of here. And like, all those are weapons against you. I mean, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
I mean, you can see what's going to happen immediately upon meeting this woman. So it's not like I'm giving anything away. But you don't have a lot of survivors in this show. There's not a lot of people that are going to make it through, but that's a Final Destination movie. You're going in. And again, like you, Alan, I stopped. I think I made it through the second one, and I never saw the third one or the fourth. This is the fifth one, right? Is this number 5?
Is it 6 or 5 or 6?
I never made it past the third one.
This is, I think, the 6th one. Yeah.
Okay, this is my third one that I've seen. Because, like I said, to me, they're kind of all the same. I mean, new and inventive way to kill somebody, and the logs from number 2, unbeatable, absolutely unbeatable.
Yeah.
So that's
that's got to be one of my favorite kills too, Rich. Even though it's a simple kill, it's one that we've all been behind a logging truck.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And Max, the dumbass is that Sam Kick prof who's on here trying to promote himself, who's got probably about as much talent and class as a cheap truck stop whore.
Yeah.
So,
hey man, don't knock that.
I'm sorry. I apologize to truck stop whores everywhere.
Exactly. Sam can suck it. Truck stop whores, leave him alone. Anyway, this is another one that I do not need to see again. It was. I'm glad I watched it. I saw a lot of the deaths. You know who's going to die, but they tricked me a couple of times, and I was like, "Oh, really? I didn't see that coming." And I do enjoy that kind of thing. There's an MRI machine in this, so you guys can. I'm sure you can see where that's going.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was some of the best scenery there, because they did do some. They pulled some trickery with one of the characters, being a son of, and I thought it was well done.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's where I am.
It was a good way. If they end the franchise now, it was a perfect way to end it. And ended it on a high note rather than, Jason X in space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
yeah, I agree.
These things are money makers, so why would they end it?
No,
all they have to do is just go in another direction. But they said this is the last one, but they always say that kind of crap.
Yeah, the MRI, the garbage truck, the snack machine. That one didn't go the way I thought it was going to go until it's like, holy crap. And the lawnmower. that was the funniest one, I think, because it was so dumb.
Yeah. Well, that's
the,
how
the
I'm
guy
gonna die.
falls down on the grass and a lawnmower runs over his head. You know, it's just like, but it was funny. It was dumb but funny. You know.
Excuse me.
Just don't fall down from your lawnmower. You'll be okay.
So what are we gonna rate this
Well,
one,
so what
fellas?
do you guys give this one?
Scott?
I'm going to give it a solid 4. I really enjoyed
We
this.
free? Am I freezing up? Or are you free?
Nope.
You-
No, we're good.
Nope, you're not.
I'll give it a 3. Like I said, I'm
What
glad
about
I
you,
watched
Rich?
it. I'll give it a 3. I'm glad I watched it. I won't need it again. I won't need to watch it again. What about you?
I'm gonna give it a 4. I'll give it a 4. I won't watch it again probably, but I'll give it a 4 because I was entertained. I was entertained by this one. You know,
Good.
definitely.
I'll watch it again, probably like just before school begins. But I watch all of them, and it's like I do something. Oh, this guy's about to die. Let me watch it.
That's good.
Thanks, Clark. I thought we were freezing up.
Uh,
Who you want to go, Rich, with yours? The monkey?
Yeah, so I got The Monkey. It's 2025's The Monkey was a flick I really wanted to like and ended up not hating. Directed by Osgood Perkins and based off of Stephen King's short story, The Monkey is a dark horror comedy about a drum-playing monkey toy who plays the devil's music. Every time the monkey beats his drum, someone dies. Twin boys Hal and Bill find the weird-looking toy in their father's belongings and inevitably wind the key, killing their babysitter. The monkey starts bup, 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 and much like Final Destination, these kills are all weird. They're all shit that just can't happen. So they figure out that the monkey can kill people when their mom dies of a brain hemorrhage. So the kids hide the critter away for a few decades. They throw it down like it was a well or a mine shaft or something like that.
Yeah.
Fast forward, and you get Theo James playing both twins as adults. One is kind of a loser who only sees his kid once a year, and the other is a closet psychopath with a secret who you don't really see until kind of 4/5 of the way through the flick. In a shocking turn of events, the monkey returns, and people start to die in weird, random ways throughout town. Petey, Hal's estranged kid, is along for the ride, and the two of them do what they can to stop the monkey from his mayhem. But little do they know that Bill, the other twin, is... Oh, I'm sorry. Turn that around. Bill is the one behind the monkey in his murder, and he wants Petey to wind the toy because Hal pieces it together that Bill turned the key and killed their mother as kids. So, Evil Hal gets his when the monkey starts to beat the shit out of his drum uncontrollably, but unfortunately the rest of the town is not immune to the monkey, and there is death and destruction everywhere. Bill and his kid now realize that they have to prevent the monkey from beating off for the rest of their lives to save the innocent of planet Earth. Bada bang. This movie has a few people you'll recognize, such as Perkins, Theo James, and Elijah Wood in a bit part, but the cast was really small. James Wan produced the film after Frank Darabont bugged out. The movie made $69 million, crushing the projected $17 million that it was supposed to get. So in essence, this was a hit, if you want to read it that way. I remember the monkey in the Stephen King story banging cymbals together, and so I looked at it and I read that the monkey, the reason they went with the drum for this flick was that Perkins thought Disney had the rights to cymbal playing monkeys because of Toy Story 3. I don't know how true that is,
Wow.
but that's what I read it on like Wikipedia or something. Critics liked this film, and I honestly didn't think they would. As I said in my opener, I didn't hate it, and I would love to hear what you guys think. Fellas?
I didn't. I thought this might be pretty good. I like Theo James. He's from the Divergent series and the Gentleman series on Netflix.
I like
And
that.
I thought he did. Actually, I thought he did good playing both the brothers. They both had separate personalities, and it was displayed there. I thought it was pretty good. And Adam Scott, he had that little role as their dad at the beginning when he comes into the pawn shop to get rid of the monkey, and then you're like, oh my gosh, that's the opening scene is just crazy, I enjoyed this movie, but I didn't like it, or I should say, I like this movie. I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it wasn't as good as I thought it would be. Um, the some of the deaths are pretty good in this, but it just was kind of like it didn't go as far as it could have gone, I think. You didn't really care for you felt sorry for the nicer of the two brothers,
Mhm.
but you really didn't like them, you know? Um,
Mhm.
I just I don't know. There's something about this movie. It wasn't a bad movie. It's not a movie I'd watch again. It's a movie I would recommend. You know, if you like horror, this is definitely a decent horror flick. And Oz Perkins, he was part of Dead and Buried or Dead
Yeah.
and Breakfast, that zombie country
Oh, yeah.
line dancing movie we
Yeah,
reviewed a while back.
he directed
He
that one
played
too.
the leads. He played the lead zombie in that. And he's Tony Perkins' son, or Anthony Perkins' son. Like I
Yeah,
know
he looks
Anthony
just
Perkins.
like him.
Um, I don't know. This movie, I don't know. It's an odd movie. Um, if you're a horror fan, I do suggest you see it. Scott?
Hey, Tony.
I had to watch this movie twice because at first I didn't realize it was a very dark comedy. Um, and I didn't catch a lot of it. So I rewatched it a second time, and the plot is okay. Like you said, he stays away from his family because he's afraid that something's going to happen to them because of the monkey. The brother is just
Tony.
the brother you think is like, really, focused and, this is bullshit. It's not happening. But this movie is worth it. The deaths are hilarious. The things that happen, the way these people get killed, you can't even possibly like imagine. It's like, okay, how is this it's gonna die? And it's gory, but it's so gory, it's funny. Like with the realtor.
Oh yeah.
Uh, it's I enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this one. It's not the best. I'm not going to rate it very highly, but it was fun to watch. It had a fairly good plot to it. Like I said, a lot of death scenes, especially when something happens and the monkey goes berserk. I'm not going to say the reason why. And people all around the town are dropping dead and dying, and nobody knows exactly why. But the other brother knows it's because the monkey's doing it and killing everybody. So, yeah, it's worth it. It's definitely worth watching once.
A little bit of
Well,
trivia.
I like the twist.
Oh,
Huh?
I'm sorry.
What'd you say, Rich?
I was just going to spit something out. This was not supposed to be a comedy.
Really?
And,
Wow.
yep. Well, hold on. Perkins got involved, and he turned the script into a comedy. He did it on purpose. And I guess James Wan liked it, and so they went with it. But initially, it was not supposed to be a comedy. So I thought that was worth mentioning. Go ahead, Alan. I'm sorry I cut you off there.
Oh, I was about to say, I like the way you think the one brother, like Scott said, is focused. He's like, you know, got the upper hand, and then he's just this mess that's up.
All right, now you're freezing, buddy. Uh-oh. We lost
Yeah.
Nevada.
The aliens took
Can you
over.
guys see me?
Yeah,
Now
we can see you now. You locked up for a second.
Anybody out there?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Hi, Alan.
Am I gone? Am I gone?
No, you're not gone. Hope he doesn't say
Gone.
anything mean about us.
Yeah, you're freezing up and down.
Okay, you guys, I can see you. I can see you. It's weird. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you now.
Can you guys?
Yeah. Oh, and
Not
there
now.
it goes. Oh man, it's got to be a bad connection, or Nevada's under attack by monkeys. Final destination monkeys.
No, the monkeys that we sent into space have now come back as like the Planet of the Apes.
Perfect. So what are you going to give this one, big guy?
I'm going to give this one a 3.5. Like I said, it's worth watching once just because you'll laugh at the death scenes.
Agreed. Let's see if I can get him back. Nah, it looks like he's gone. I'm going to give it a 2.8. I went into the film thinking I would like it more than I did.
Mm-hmm.
I was really hoping it wasn't going to be exactly what I thought it was going to be, and much like Final Destination, it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. Hey, Frank Riley, how you doing?
Hey, Frank.
So it was okay. I liked it. I won't watch it again, so I'll give it a 3.8. And
Well, I think
Alan.
I think I liked it because I had no clue what it was about.
Yeah.
So
it's in the book, I think, Skeleton Crew by Stephen
Might
King,
be,
the short story.
yeah.
It's in one of his. It's either Night Shift or Skeleton Crew. I think it's
Yeah.
in Skeleton Crew. I think he's on the cover. That friggin' monkey is on
Right,
the cover
yeah.
with his little symbols. But yeah, he just left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we'll wait for him to get back before we can give him, or before he can give his what he thought about it. And why don't we just jump into yours?
All right. I picked Death Row. Picked Death Row. It's an older movie, 2006, directed by Kevin Van Hook, who has done a lot of movies. He did iRobot, which wasn't too bad. Just taking a quick look. He's got a lot of movies. He's got some good movies to his credit. I picked this one because I was going through Tubi one night and looking for a movie, and the movie is typical. It's what you expect. It's a paranormal TV team. Interview Stacy Keach. Stacy Keach plays John Elias. He used to be a prison guard at this island prison where things went really bad one night. I mean, there was a brutal uprising. You find out while he's talking to them, you find out during the flashback scenes that he wasn't a victim of it. He was one of those participating. So they decide this team wants to go to the island and do a video of it. They figure this will make them influencers. Well, fortunately for them, at the same time, Jake Busey and a group of his criminals make their way to the island because during a robbery that got botched, one of them killed someone. And they're trying to hide out at the island. And, of course, they stumble across the paranormal crew and, well, one of the members of the paranormal crew. And they kidnap him and, they're giving him a tough time. And then I should say fairly well. And then all of a sudden, the ghosts start appearing and start taking them out one by one. Now, I know this sounds like every paranormal movie that takes place in a prison or a hospital. The reason I like this is the kill scenes were exceptionally well done and exceptionally gory. Much better than really good. Like the one girl in the shower. Yeah. And I thought they did a really good job. With portraying the ghosts in this one. The special effects they used, they were more like these shivering images of the inmates and the guards trying to get them. It was that made me pick this movie because that is what interested me the most. The death scenes are nice and gory, and they're like a final destination. They're very unique too. It's not just let's hang on from a rafter. And I'd seen it before, but had forgotten about it. But it was so good, I watched it again. I enjoy it. I mean, the acting is not that good. Best actor is Stacy Keach. Because he plays it. He plays that. That disgruntled asshole so perfectly in this. But yeah, the rest of the acting, no, it's not that good. Jake Busey does a pretty good job. Hey, Alan.
There he is.
Jake Busey
that
does
sucked.
good. I know. Jake
Where's
Busey
Elon Musk when you need him?
Jake Busey does a good job, but Jake Busey's playing, what he usually plays is, the nutty convict. So what did you guys think?
Well, let's do Alan's first. What was your rating of the last of the monkey?
3. Hey Frank, good to hear from you. I give it a 3. I recommend it for all horror fans, but it's not one I'd watch again.
All right,
So
Scott.
I give it a 3. What'd you guys give it?
I gave it a 2.8, and Scott, what'd you give it? The monkey?
I gave it a 3.5.
3.5.
Okay.
And Scott just did his review of
Death Row.
Death Row.
I mean, very briefly, it's your typical paranormal movie, but the way the special effects for the ghosts were excellent, and the kill scenes were fantastic.
Well, I can go. This is one I just couldn't get into. It was another one I wanted to like. I had seen several of the characters before, but the only one I could really nail down was Jake Busey. And Jake Busey, he kind of plays that kind of dickhead character in pretty much everything he's in, where he's that, he's that dude, and he pulls it off. But I think he's typecast now. That's just kind of what he does. And back in the day, I think his best movie is the one with Michael J. Fox there, Frighteners, where he plays the bad guy.
Which one?
Yeah,
Frighteners. If you haven't seen Frighteners, Scott, you got to see Frighteners.
I've never seen that one. No.
It's great. It's a ghost.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's another comedy, but it's great.
Okay.
But this one it's another. I like ghost movies and I don't like ghost movies because when you can't win, you can't beat a ghost because they can touch you and you can't touch them, and they can close windows and shut you in this and whatever. They can throw you into a license plate making machine and dice you into cubes. It's just I want the characters to be able to fight back, and that's why I love zombie movies so much. I mean, they never have a chance, but they can still fight back. And in a ghost movie or movies about witches, you just can't win. You just can't beat them. So that always frustrates me. But I knew that going in. I knew anytime you hear, they're going into a haunted prison, I was like, yeah, well, they're all dead, and we're going to figure that out. And they can't fight back. So I knew that going in. This one was actually done pretty well. The death scenes were very, very gory. So if you're one of those horror lovers that loves, the triple B, then this is it's right up your alley. Booze, blood, and boobs. It's right up your alley. You'll like that for sure. Excuse me. One of the female characters, I had seen her before, not the dark-haired one, the blonde-haired one. I'd seen her, but in something. And I ran out of time. I tried to look her up. I only just watched it right before.
She was the witch in Grimm.
That's what it was. Thank you.
She played the witch in Grimm.
You just solved it. Yeah, the demon. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. With the little thing on her face. Yeah. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, because it's driving me crazy too.
Yeah, that was driving me nuts, and I didn't have time to look it up because I started watching the wrong Death Row. I started watching one.
She's the one that Grimm knocked up.
Yeah, right. I started watching this other movie called Death Row, and it's got Todd Bridges in it. And one of the kids that lives with me, he watched it and he goes, "Are you watching a home video?" Because it was just that's how bad the filming was. It's like, no, it's a terrible movie that Scott wanted me to watch. And then I was like, I typed to the boys. I'm like, wait a minute, is this the right Death Row with Todd Bridges? And they're like, no, you friggin' idiot, you're watching the wrong movie. So I was like, shit. And I turned it on. I turned on the right one, and I watched it. And I'm glad I did, because even though this film wasn't my favorite, it was leagues better than the other piece of crap that it was. Probably maybe it was
Oh
Todd
my
Bridges.
gosh.
I don't know. But this one was, it was okay. It was. It's another one of those films where you can, just like Final Destination, where you can see the deaths coming a mile away, but it might not be the death that you're envisioning. I don't know if that makes any sense. You can see who's going to get killed, and you can see when, but it might not be the way you thought it was going to go. So it was okay. I won't rate it super high, but it's. I think the Final Destination movie was far better, and I think the Monkey was even better than this.
Yeah.
But for a free Tubi watch, it's totally worth it. What do you think, big guy?
This is one of those movies that drives me crazy because, well, I spent a career in prisons. No way. You do not walk the tier with a firearm.
I was going to ask you that. I was going to say, did you see how they were walking the tier with firearms?
There are no prisons where they walk the tier with a firearm. That's the quickest way. Frank's showing you his favorite chapter of Dead Island right there. I'm gonna have to have a doll made for him with the zombie with the panties on his head and the baseball bat sliced long. Anyway, that things like that drive me crazy. It just I'm sure things in your career, your CIA movies, your science, you guys, things just drive you crazy. And that just drove me crazy on this. Right away, I knew this was going to be an award-winning movie. As soon as I saw Stacy Keach opening up on the inmates, in their cells, I thought, oh, okay, this is Jake Busey. Poor Jake Busey. Well, not probably poor, because he probably makes, what we make a year in making one of those cruddy B movies, So not poor Jake Busey, but he's sure fallen far from Frighteners and Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
He's gone the route of his dad now. This one, it was what you expected. It's something I would see on the Sci-Fi Channel. I got exactly what I thought it would be, especially after the opening scenes where they're shooting all the inmates and they're having the riot and all that. Stacy Keach will do anything for a buck, it seems like, anymore. And he's a decent actor. I don't think he's ever been a great actor, but I think he's been a decent actor, But this and oh, we forgot Danny. I don't know if you mentioned it, Scott, at the beginning. Danny Trejo's in this for a minute.
Oh yes, yeah.
As the priest, and I'm glad to see he made it. He makes it through this one though. He's not killed.
Yeah.
But this is what you get. The movie Death Row with Jake Busey as the headliner. And then with Stacey, I'm surprised Tom Sizemore wasn't in this too. What's his name? The guy that was in he's in all these B movies. Skinny guy. He used to be a big name actor.
Hang on.
Gosh, he was.
Which one?
Oh,
hang on.
He used to be. He's in all those giant monster movies now, the B movie ones that Asylums makes.
I know who you mean.
Eric,
the guy that got pushed through the bars, pushed through the grate. Are you talking about him?
Who?
How did he die? How did he die in the film?
Monster killed him, ate him. Ship blew up. He was on. Eric Roberts. I'm sorry, Eric Roberts.
Do you know how he died in this film?
No, he wasn't in this one. I'm saying they only missed having Eric Roberts in this one too, because he's in every
Eric Roberts. I missed
crappy movie nowadays.
too poor to pay attention. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Eric Roberts was in this?
Yeah,
No,
I was just saying, throw him in too. That's the only thing that was missing.
Oh, I see.
No, that's the only thing. I'm sorry, guys. The only thing was this movie was missing was having Eric Roberts in it and Tom Sizemore. That's how bad these movies are. Some good actors in these B movies that are just horrible. I'm sorry, Scott. The kills, especially that gal that gets strung up in the fan light or whatever, that was pretty cool. And the dude that gets diced up,
Yeah.
and actually Jake Busey's interaction with his head afterwards was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But it's just this movie, and it had a non-ending, really. I mean,
Yeah. It just stopped.
the curse was broken. Yeah. So
But I didn't watch.
I don't know. I'm glad it was free.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad it was free. Thank God for Tubi.
Yes.
I know. I love Tubi.
So you got anything and please, that movie I put on your Facebook page today, please don't have us do that one.
I may, depending on how
The
bad
monster-
it is, I may
monster
do it
is
for Turkey night.
What was the
What
name
do you
of
give
the
this
movie?
one, guys?
Monster at a nudist colony.
Yeah. Um. So what do you guys give this one?
Scott?
I give it a 3.5 for the gory kill scenes and the special effects. If I had to base it on the plot and the acting only, I would have been a 2.5.
Well, I'm going to give it a 2.5. So you're going to get half your wish there. I'll give it the 2.5 for the same reasons you gave it the 3.5. I just think the ghosts themselves weren't that great, and it just kind of detracted from it for me. And a lot of the acting was garbage, but Jake Busey and a few of the others did really well. Big guy?
I would rather see Jake Busey in the Predator again than watch this movie ever again. Ever. Of course, I like the Predator. I just didn't like the end scene with the
Which
Predator suit. I thought
movie are
that
you
sucked.
talking about?
The last Predator movie that came out with Jake Busey was one of the scientists in there when they were
I've seen that one. The last one I
the
saw
one where
was the anime one.
no, the one before that, or the one where they've got all the PTSD vets and stuff in the bus, and the Predator's running around trying to get his armor back and stuff.
I never
And
seen
there's
that
an army
one.
sniper, and there's an army sniper trying to get the Predator, and no one will believe him because it kills off his team, and no one believes him. So they stick him in a psych ward with a bunch of other guys suffering from PTSD and stuff.
It's the best one
And
in a
there's a
while.
kid with autism.
What's it called?
Huh?
The Predator?
The Predator.
The Predator. Yeah.
I'll have to look that one up. And Max, no, not even David Hasselhoff could have saved it.
They couldn't have saved this one. No, Jake Busey was one of the scientists in this one, just like his dad was in Predator 2.
That's
So,
right.
Huh?
yeah. Remember that?
You do.
Yeah, I'm going to give this one a 1. Scott, you owe me. You owe me, Scott. This is the reason why the Sci-Fi Channel went out of business, is these movies.
Hey, I could make you watch the movie I'm watching now, Crawler. It's like Killdozer. Remember the 1970s movie?
Yeah.
Killdozer with tentacles.
It's
Wow.
called Crawler.
Crawler. It's horrible. The only thing is that the female actress in it is very well endowed.
Is it a sci-fi movie? Is it The Asylum make it or what?
I don't know. I don't think it's a sci-fi movie because there's one nude scene where you get to see her topless, and
What's it called?
the deaths are very gory. But
What's
Are
it
they-
called?
Very boring or
Crawler.
gory?
Crawler on Tubi.
Crawler. Killdozer was a good
Because
movie.
The design box is literally The poster is a bulldozer with tentacles.
I got it. Let's take the script from Killdozer, put
Yeah.
tentacles on it, and have a topless gal in it. Yeah, let's do that.
Well, somebody liked it, right?
Let's see. S. Baker, he's rented this movie 5,000 times.
Oh, the other night
And
I sat down and I thought, okay, I'm going to enjoy. Fred was beside me. I had a snack. I had my iced coffee. I'm going to enjoy a movie. After an hour and 6 movies shutting off, I went and just said, screw it. I went and watched Return of the Living Dead again.
Well, there's a new Return of the Living Dead coming out.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you guys hear? Do you remember the series we did? I think it was like Road Twister or Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
You remember? Season 2 is coming out, and they say it's much better than the first season.
Wow.
Looking forward to that.
First season.
Tony, how much did you pay for that DVD of Death Row?
They paid him. Walmart said, please take this. $5.
Landa?
No, Tony, it's I'm dogging on it because I'm having fun with it. But, there's a lot of movies like that. Exactly like that. And it seems to me all those haunted prison movies are just like that.
Oh, they all are.
So, I mean, they're fun. It didn't kill me to watch it. I didn't hate it. It wasn't like, oh my gosh. It was like, it wasn't like that to watch it. But I've seen movies where it's just like, they're pulling my toenails out. This wasn't that bad, but.
And if you guys want, you can either go on Bloody Disgusting and see the trailer for it, or I'm posting it, I think, on either tomorrow or Saturday. No, Friday or Saturday. I'm posting the trailer to it.
For Crawler?
No, for Twisted Metal.
Good. Here's a change. I dusted off Navy SEALs, the Charlie Sheen, Michael Biehn movie last night and watched it. It's a popcorn movie, but man, I tell you, it's not like I remember it.
Yeah, it's very different. I saw it a couple of years ago. Like, this was great when I was a kid, but it's kind of like bringing firearms on the tier.
Yeah. Have you seen that one, Scott?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
well, you should,
Michael. Yeah, you should. Yeah. Especially after Death Row, you should watch that.
But I'm
they
going
hop
to go
around like John Belushi in Animal House with their guns when they're on the mission.
I'm going to see the new Jurassic Park movie tomorrow.
Oh, I'd very
Did you
much
see
like
that,
to
Rich?
hear about that. No, I haven't seen it.
Oh. My nephew saw it this weekend and said it's the second best movie compared to the original Jurassic Park.
Really?
He liked it more. He liked it even more than Jurassic World.
All right.
But see, I can't. I mean, Dallas Bryce Howard running around fighting dinosaurs in a skirt and heels. That's the best movie.
I like the one with all the.
Fred is being a good boy for a change.
He is.
Yeah.
I like the one with all the mercenaries. I like the one where they had the big game hunter and all. Is that the one with Vince Vaughn?
Yeah, I like them all. I like all of them. I mean, dinosaurs,
I like that
one. I love dinosaurs in movies.
The only one I didn't like
when they use the fake ones too.
The only one I didn't like was when it was the one where the T-Rex winds up in Los Angeles.
That fell flat. They could have been so cool, and that scene kind of just falls flat.
Yeah. It was a pity too, because I thought it was going to be much better than that.
Yeah.
And he ate a dog.
Yeah.
Can't eat dogs. Absolutely not.
Now, I saw
With the
the
mouth.
original Jurassic Park in the theater, and when the T-Rex eats when the T-Rex ate the lawyer, the whole theater applauded.
Yeah. Gennaro.
Okay, that's the second one. Okay, Landon.
Right.
Thank you.
All right.
I couldn't
Well,
remember
boys.
which one that was.
We just hit an hour.
Good.
We've done it again. Ooh,
Yeah.
nothing? No.
Oh, we know
fanfare?
why Dan's watching it.
No.
Yeah, same thing, Ash. It just kind of sucked as an adult.
Yeah, the tactics in it and the gunplay are just, you're just like, wow. And then Charlie Sheen's character is just,
Dumb.
his buddies would have left him in the desert. You know.
So it's no Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder's
Well-
way.
Yeah. Unintentionally.
That's one I haven't seen in a minute.
Yeah.
Frank, you still with us? Go to bed, man.
Frank.
All right.
This
Well, I
this
think
one, the
that's
spirit. This was the one. This one. Well, yeah, they all get revenge, I guess, huh? All the ghosts. That's a ghost movie. They get revenge for something.
Yeah. Good ghost movie is 13 Ghosts. That's a great flick.
The remake.
That is.
Yes, the remake.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Remake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was good. Well, wait, was Jake Busey in
Remake.
that? He wasn't in that. No. No,
Which
that was
what was?
good.
Wait a second before we go. Is it Frank? Prison or The Prison?
Oh, that's right.
Good of an inmate kid.
Prison.
Oh, I think this is closed. Dead's Convict Soul Returns. All right, I'm adding that to the watch list, but it's not on Plex.
Movie's name
It
is
might be on Tubi.
Prison, but there's another movie called
Yeah.
The Prison.
So we'll see what we can do about that.
All right.
All right. Well, boys and girls, I think that's going to do it for this week. Thank you so much for coming. We love having you here.
Thanks for joining us. Yeah, thanks,
Thanks for
guys,
joining.
gals.
Hope everybody has a great week, and we will see you next week. I don't know what the movies are. Do you guys know what the movies are? We're going to
No.
pick them tomorrow.
We'll probably pick him this weekend.
All right. I love this plan.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Sounds
Have
good.
a great night.
Ciao.
We'll see you
Good
next
night.
week.
Thank you for joining us.
All right, Weirdlings, that's all for Watching Weird this week. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, the strange and unusual never sleeps. Well, except for maybe on Thursdays. Speaking of sleep schedules, here's a quick reminder about our other shows. Dive into the mysteries of the mind with Weird Awakenings every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Cozy up with blondes, books, and campfire tales for spooky stories every other Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hone your craft and connect with fellow writers on Write With Me on the third Sunday of each month. And don't forget, Watching Weird now airs live every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For all things weird, find us on social media via Linktree in the description below, or visit our website at weirdrealities.net. Stay weird.